Welcome back to the 128 KB podcast. We are back once again.
Due to lack of popular demand.
Yes, that demand is so lacking that once again, Andy can't stand my smell.
I love that. It's probably the other way around.
Well, it might be. This is your weekly dose of all things gaming, where we sit back, relax, and kind of put the world to rights in what's happened this week, primarily in handheld gaming, but also just in general. And wow, another week in gaming. And Andy, you have been through a journey.
Oh, have I?
You've been through a journey.
Yes.
That journey is, I'm going to say, firstly, visible behind you.
Oh, really? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. What could it be?
The insane cinema that's behind me.
You've gone full Geordie LaForge on your gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the nerdiest reference I'll make for the rest of my life. Yes. What is it? Tell me about it.
It's a 49-inch ultra-wide 32 by 9 Samsung G9. So hang on, let me start again. It's OLED.
Yes.
240 hertz. NVIDIA G-Sync, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, whatever. Like crazy low response time. HDR. 49-inch Samsung. It's a matte screen, and I know people hate matte, but I personally love it.
I love matte. I'm with you. I'm in Club Matte because gloss, when the thing's switched off and just sat on the side, it looks like a piece of jewelry. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
Wow,
yeah,
look at that. Yeah, gorgeous. In like real everyday use, the practicalities of matte of gloss are horrific.
Yes, you have to be in like perfect viewing conditions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just an absolute nightmare, especially in somewhere like this that's full of lights. And equally, I've got two, like, in front of me, two big windows, which I have to have blackout blinds down constantly because the old screens weren't even full gloss and they were just reflecting constantly. And that was an absolute nightmare. But basically, yeah, my old screens were like 10, 15 years old. And it was like, okay, now's the time to change it because my wife, luckily through her workplace, managed to get me near 50% off this screen. And it was, at 0% for like 36 months. I was like, this is a no-brainer to upgrade.
But wait, I thought you hate OLEDs.
Oh, I do. That's why I bought it. Just to spite people, I was like,
yourself.
I hate OLEDs, yeah. That's what it is. But yeah, no, so there's two versions of this screen. The older one is the gloss one, weirdly. The newer one is the matte one. And when I realized it was matte as well, that was like, that just won for me. And it's so good. I even did the like blinds up test, which I always, these blinds are just down 24/7. Like I work in here with the blinds down. And I just was like, no, I'm going to open the windows fully up. No glare, no reflection. It was insane. Yeah, I was incredibly like surprised. But I didn't buy this to game on. This is my like editing and work monitor. So like dealing with like video timelines and stuff with two screens was fine, but it was kind of annoying at the same time. Whereas I was like, if I have one big ultra wide, it'll be great. And that's why I bought it. But the first thing I had to do was actually load up a game on it. I was like, what games support 32 by 9 resolution, which is something ridiculous. Luckily, I already had Ratchet and Clank installed, which supports it. So that was the first thing I loaded up. But what's really funny is whilst the game, like, it renders it like perfectly, obviously your performance is going to tank because you're loading like 3 screens worth. But with the help of some DLSS magic, it was still like 100 FPS or whatever on my 4070 that's behind in the editing PC. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. But what's really funny is the hit boxes from when you got hit are still 16 by 9. So there's like graphics on screen that are like a square in the middle of it rather than like on the edges of the screen. So like the whole game's being rendered, but only the middle gets like hit markers, like from when you get hit. Yeah, it was really strange. And then the other one, which is what I've got playing behind me, which I only just loaded up and played 10 minutes or whatever just to capture some footage and have it in the background, is Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. And oh wow,
it's a wonder, isn't it?
Wow, it's incredible. Yeah. Like it's so weird though, because you physically like have to look around the screen because it's so wide. But the immersion, like this thing's curved, so it's got like an 1800R curve, whatever that means, and it's some sort of weird curvature. It's less curved than the old model. So this is the Samsung G9, and it's a smallish curve. It's still really curved, but it is perfect curvature. When you're like sat in front of it and looking at it, it does look flat, but like because it wraps around your head right. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but what a marvel. Like I've never seen an ultra wide before, and I'm just blown away. But after a couple of days of using it, it now feels normal to me. Like
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've been like Club 2 monitors for working forever.
Yes.
I've never even gamed on an ultra wide, so I don't know what it's like. I'm funny because I'm just looking behind you, and the cutscenes are still 16:9.
Yeah. So you can see me trying to skip. Like I'm like, quick, I'm filming here. Like,
So I don't know how I would kind of embrace having just one and not having the. Because in my head, I've like second screen, and I just chuck things over to it.
Yes.
So it's interesting that you kind of like you embrace it. You adjust to it really quickly.
Yeah, it's really good, and you could split the screen so you can have like you can download their software and actually have it as 3 separate screens or whatever, so it acts like that. I just drag windows around, which is fine. And there's also picture in picture, so you can actually have like 2 PCs plugged into it, or like a games console and a PC or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And then you can just have like a floating window of that screen, or you can make it split half and half or whatever it might be, which is kind of cool. So I've actually got my capture card plugged into it, and then the output of that is still into the same screen. So if I was to stream or anything like that, I could have like an unaltered, like straight source in window, even though it's only one screen. So it's really cool. They're crazy expensive. But again, I managed to get basically 50% off. So it was like mad. So I'm hoping it lasts a long time. But if it's anything to go by my other Samsung screen, maybe it won't, because the other Samsung OLED that I bought about 6-8 months ago or whatever, which is my gaming monitor, it's just a 16:9 one, the G6, the Samsung G6, that broke last week. So it's currently in repair with Samsung. And I got an update yesterday saying we've ordered the parts to repair your screen. Basically, I had a line down it. Yeah,
you had the dreaded line. It was, I don't know if that's a driver's or like
it's a hardware fault.
The hardware driver. I mean, like,
yeah.
drives the screen.
Yeah.
But it's the line no one wants to see.
Well, the weird thing is because it's OLED and HDR and all that stuff, I've got a Stellar Blade background on that, because that's my gaming PC downstairs.
Yeah.
And the background is black, and it's Eve like floating in space or whatever. Now, when OLEDs go to black, they turn the pixels off.
Yeah.
So you can't see the line.
Yeah.
So because it's only about a 3 inches in from the left hand side, this line was there, and I didn't even notice it. And if you're playing a game or viewing anything bright, you don't notice it because it's really bright. But then I loaded up, I had an email from AMD saying your new 9070 XT driver is out, and I was like, oh sweet, I'll just update that quickly so I don't need to do it next time I game on it. I wasn't even planning to like game, I was just like, I'll just update it. Loaded it up, and the AMD software window is the perfect grey tone for this line to just appear. And that's when I noticed it. I went, hang on a second, that's new. And then I realized if I back out to the desktop where it's all black, the taskbar is like just grey, and you can just see a sliver of the line. But then when you open the AMD software, it's all the way down the screen. I went, oh crap, so I was like, okay, I better check warranty here, because it's not even a year old, and luckily they collected it and all that stuff. So fingers crossed in the next couple of weeks I'll get it back. And fingers crossed this one doesn't happen. But the first thing I did with this G9 ultra wide was do the pixel test. But it took me so long to like look at each section in every color to make sure. But it came out perfect. There's no issue, which is crazy.
That's incredible. What have you been playing this week?
Well, a bit of Ratchet and Clank on that, which blew me away. A little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn there. I'm saving that one because I haven't actually like played it before, so I want to like properly play it. But I've just kind of been in a weird space where I want to be playing Resident Evil 4, but I've just not been yet. Because I've just not had the time yet. So there's nothing like specifically that I've been playing. I played a little bit of Silk Song last night, just because I hadn't played it in a while, and I had like a short amount of time. I was like, oh, okay, let's just give this a go. The one thing I have actually been playing is Call of Duty. I've been playing Black Ops 7.
Right, now that's interesting because it's like the most slated Call of Duty in the longest time.
Yes, yeah.
Everyone hates it. And I can't figure out if everyone just loves to hate things or if it's actually bad.
Yeah.
I've been stuck in other things, so I haven't taken the time to pick it up.
Yeah,
What's
that's
your
fair
thoughts
enough. The last time I played a campaign on Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2 in 2009.
It just doesn't happen now. People don't care.
Don't even like. I saw some people like saying like, "What is this like campaign? Isn't there like giants in it and stuff?"
Yeah,
or something?
he's like hallucinating the whole time.
Oh right, okay. So I have no idea. I haven't even touched that. I've just gone straight into multiplayer. It's the same thing it's always been. So it's fine.
Do you know now?
Do you know what I mean?
Now I used to be really critical of them in general. Like I would never understand the need to buy them each time they came out every year.
I get you. Yeah.
But in my mind now, it's on Game Pass. It's like the perfect Game Pass game. This is a subscription game.
Yes,
it's just they've basically just made a live service game without realizing it.
That's what it should be. Like, just sack them all off. It already just says Call of Duty. You just open up the Call of Duty app. Like, do you know what I mean? So just sack them all off, screw off all these names, and just every year add some new maps. That's the only reason I like playing the new ones, is because I get bored of the same map. And then I just go, can't be bothered to play it anymore. And then when the new one comes out, I'm like, yay, new maps, you know, and then I play that for a bit. But like you said, when you had to purchase them, I just actively didn't. So I would buy one and stick to it for like 3 years. And then the next time, after a few years, I'd be like, okay, now I'll go to the new one just because I'm bored to death of the same maps, you know. But now it's on Game Pass. It's a no-brainer. It's free, you know, like just download it. I mean, I've been having a good time. Like, I don't dislike it. I mean, yeah, you can like parkour and stuff. It's fine. Like, if I was to say like one phrase for the whole thing, it's fine. That's it. Like, it's not incredible. Like, it's not rubbish. It's fine. Like, that's all it is.
It's Call of Duty. Like, I don't know what people are expecting.
It's been the same thing for 25 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can't see how it can change. Like, it's fine.
I think maybe there's just general fatigue for that game, maybe.
Yeah, I think that as well. And because they churn them out every year, it's just so stale because it's just rinse and repeat.
And when I think about the excitement that surrounded Battlefield at launch, part of the reason is that they have big gaps in between each release. And yes, the last releases have been lacking, and this one was a step back up to what they were. But because they're not so regular, there isn't so much fatigue that's achieved.
Yes, I totally agree.
They are all ostensibly the same game. There's all still first-person shooters, and they stick to their little part of that. And so when stuff like Arc Raiders as well comes out, that's an extraction shooter, but it's still basically it's a third-person shooter. It's still a shooter game.
Yeah,
but because it's slightly different, and it feels like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, because it's a different gameplay style with the looting and stuff, isn't it? So I can see jumping from, because the thing is as well, I'm not one to really be talking about like Call of Duty, because all I play is hardcore team deathmatch. I don't touch anything else. Like all of the other modes, they can just go away. I literally play hardcore team deathmatch, and that is it. And that's all I've done since Call of Duty 4. Like, so since 2006 or 7 or whatever, that's all I've played, because I just don't care for go capture the flag and all this rubbish. No, let me kill some people and then I'm done. Like, that's it. Like, that's all I want. I'm simple. Like, just leave me alone with that. So yeah, maybe all the other modes and stuff suck. I don't know. I don't like Warzone. I actually detest it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I won't be caught dead with that. I'd rather play Mario, and I really don't like the old school Marios, as we've said multiple times on this. I
love how passionate you are about both Mario and Battle Royales.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I love Mario, by the way, everyone. It's just the old school platformers.
I don't know.
Really
that doesn't sound
like
it.
I like the 3D ones. Like, Super Mario Sunshine's one of my favourites, and that says a lot.
Yeah, what about
most people
Wonder?
hate it. I love Wonder. That's the first time, because it's Wonder. Like, it's wonderful. Like, it's the first time I've really, really enjoyed like a platform in Mario, other than like 3D World on the 3DS or whatever it is, 3D Land. But that's different.
This week, I didn't want to have the same conversation again. I was like, I can't.
You've been
say
playing
that.
Art Graders.
I can't say it. I'm not allowed to say it again. It's been too long. So I was like, do you know what? And the Switch has just sat there. It's literally right next to me now. Like, I haven't played that for a little bit. And I made a promise to myself at the start of this year that I would actually play games to completion and not just have this buy games and never play them.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll jump back into Bonanza. And I have the problem that two thoughts. First is I forgot how beautiful it is again and how much I enjoyed just the fun of that game. But the second part is the problem when you jump back into a game near the end when you haven't played it for a few months.
Yeah, you don't remember anything.
I know this is simple, but there is... Oh, no. I can't even remember what I'm doing, where I'm supposed to be going, and... Yeah, so I just smashed around for a while.
I was going to say, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Just smashed up.
Smashed around for a bit.
I'm really upset that I haven't continued playing that, because so many good games just kept coming out around that time. Yep. So I played that solidly for like a couple of weeks, and then something else came out and I started playing that. Like, I haven't even been picking up Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, I played that non-stop for days, and then something else came out, whatever it was, and then I started playing Resident Evil Village, like we talked about, and then I completed that, and yeah, so there's a bunch of Switch 2 games that I want to keep playing, which is Bonanza is one of them. I want to finish that. I want to finish ZA. I've been really tempted to pick up that Kirby's Air Rider thing. Like, because it looks, I think it looks really good. Like, the gameplay, I know it's just another kart racer, but like, it looks way more in depth than Mario Kart. Like, it actually looks like it's got some real big substance there. There's loads of game modes and stuff.
Because I'll be honest, I've been ignoring it. Like, anything that comes up about, I know they've done like 15,000 directs all about it. Yeah,
10-hour long directs. Yeah.
After watching the very first one, I was like, kart racer. Not that interested. I like Kirby, but not that much. So I just kind of ignored it. But maybe I should go back and give it a bit of attention.
Yeah. I think I'll probably wait and get it on sale. But
yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. You've also, talking of matting, being Club Matt, you've matted your Legion Go 2.
I know. I've been searching so long for this. I don't know if I can get it on screen. There we go. So that's being reflected. Viewers, I'm basically shining a massive light box on the screen of my Legion Go 2, which normally is a glass mirror. Like, the Legion Go 2 screen is the most gloss thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, how they created like new glass to be more glossy than normal glass, I don't know. But that's what they did with the Legion Go 2. Yeah. And as a matte lover, it really annoyed me. It was one of my biggest criticisms, actually, was I know people are going to hate me because everyone that's an OLED aficionado like loves gloss. But for me, I don't. because I'm always working with lots of lights and stuff, especially filming. It's
Yeah.
so annoying. Like, you can see me and my face like looking miserable in it, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's like
Concentrating.
like looking at it, like, oh no, it's so annoying. So yeah, I really don't like gloss. And even when I'm playing like not in the studio, I've got big bay windows downstairs, and especially if you're outside, like if you're on a train or something, you can hardly see the screen
In the
it's
garden?
it's just reflection. So it's like, man, this really annoys me. And because the Legion Go 2, no one makes accessories for it for some stupid reason. Like, I spent ages hunting down a screen protector that was matte. And I was like, I want a matte screen protector. Like, where can I get one from? And I found this random German company that were making them. And I was like, well, I'm just going to, bite the bullet and see if it will happen. It took like 20 days shipping or something, so they sent it by goat. So yeah. And I don't know, maybe someone walked it from Germany, I don't know. It didn't have a postage label on it, it just slipped through the door. So but yeah, so it actually arrived last night, and I did the shower trick. So, because I had one shot of this. I always buy 2-pack screen protectors because I always mess up the first one. And then I've got to take it off and then put the next one on, and then I'm fine. So I had one shot, and I was actually really nervous because I have to have everything like pristine, like perfectly applied, perfectly level everything. No bubbles, no dust, nothing. And so I was like, oh man, I was a bit worried. So I did the shower tricks where, if you don't know, listeners, you put the shower on really hot, just for a few minutes, just to get some steam in the room. And then that settles all the dust, the moisture in the air settles the dust on the floor. And that means you can put a screen protector on any device and you'll get zero dust. So it genuinely works. I've been doing this for a while now. And thank you to the viewer that commented this years ago with the tip. I wish
genius.
I remembered who you were. But anyway, so if it was you, thank you. So I did it last night. I was really, really paranoid about the alignment. I got it on perfectly, amazing. And then I just looked at it and was like, whoa, like that is mega matte. I would probably argue a little bit too matte, because matte screen protectors are hit or miss. Yes. You either have them where they're like really matte, and then it makes everything look a little bit oily is the best way I can explain it. Or you have the like light matte, which is what Savage Raven do, which is perfect. If you can get a matte screen protector from Savage Raven for your device, they are the best matte screen protectors I've found after testing many, 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 many. It's like, I want to say 40% matte. Let's call it that. So it's still got some reflection, but it just kills the reflections. This one I would say is,
you don't lose too much clarity.
Yes, yeah, it's that. Yeah, you don't ruin the image. I would say this one, if the Skull and Co, the Savage Raven ones are like 40%, I'd say this is like 60%. So it's just a bit more, enough that the image quality isn't completely killed, but also some people might be annoyed by it. Not for me, because the trade-off is massive. Like, I'd much rather have the reduction in reflections. So for me, this is absolutely perfect, especially because there's like one manufacturer in the world that make it. So I had no choice.
It has to be perfect.
Yeah. So I'm happy with it. Like, I'm glad that I've swapped this over. I literally did it last night.
Very little in the way of accessories in general for Legion Go 2 in particular.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I think maybe like third-party manufacturers underestimated it as like how many units it would shift. I think even Lenovo did, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, bar like the Chinese TPU case that you've got on it.
This
that one, which is actually really good.
It's amazing, actually.
There's very little that exists. Very little that exists.
This is it. And I'm really tempted to cut this up. I know that sounds bad.
Take the notched Joy-Cons off of it.
Basically, I'm just thinking of cutting the body piece out and binning it, and then just having it as like grips on either side.
Yeah.
Because the main thing for this is these two buttons. I know like we looked at this in one of the first videos of when I got hands on, and it will be in a video soon as well. But basically, my favorite thing about this is the side buttons get covered with this, and then it means you don't accidentally press them, which is a big issue when you've just got the thing naked. These side buttons, especially if you're like me and you program these to be stuff, then you're constantly pressing them. Whereas that TPU case completely stops that. So I'm very tempted to just cut the handles off and basically just use it like a little grip. But I mean, I've only got one, so if I don't like it, I'm screwed.
It'd be very hard to make it neat. That's the only thing.
That's the other thing, is it will look messy.
Yeah. Difficult. I want to give a shout out quickly to Xbox before we move on.
Oh yeah.
And they were celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Xbox 360.
Oh yes.
Which is wild. And to make sure that they remind everyone that owned an Xbox 360 that they are certainly in their 30s, because it was 20 years ago that they had one, or maybe even approaching 40, they've celebrated it. They've not directly said this, but I'm saying it's the same thing. They're celebrating it with their own special Crocs.
Oh, what is with that? What is with that?
Well, they're like really expensive as well. I think they're like 80 quid.
What?
I honestly, I opened up thinking, that would be a funny joke present, right? I looked at it, I was like, 8? No.
I didn't realise the
mini
price.
Fridge.
Well, exactly, yeah.
At least it's got a use. But they're really rubbing the salt in the wound of like, oh, you had an Xbox 360, did you? You're probably in your middle ages now. Have some Crocs.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, a second I saw that, I sent it to you and said, that's one for producer Pete there.
Yeah.
Because we're always taking the mick out of his shoes choices.
Yeah. Shout out to the 360. Despite my checkered history with it, I look back at it really fondly. I did love that console.
It was incredible. Mine's just out of shot, like literally just out of shot. Next to that Switch, about a foot like over, is where there's actually a black 360 there, not the old school one.
Yeah, the old school
so
white
that's
one.
The newer one. But yeah, I used to have the big fan attachment on the back of mine.
Yeah. And a hard drive extension that would like slot in like a...
Yeah, because there was two models. You had the core version, which came with a wired controller and just the thing, or you had the like Elite Pack or whatever they called it. And that came with a wireless controller, the headset, the hard drive. I think I had the basic version.
I had the basic
and then
version,
I ended up buying like the accessories later on.
It was,
but yeah,
it was like my first experience of there being like cut price consoles at launch.
Yeah,
they just undercut everyone. Do you remember it? Like it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember the price when they did it, but it was like, that's the option that everyone can get because it's really accessible and it's really good.
Yeah, it was genius at the time.
Yeah,
like you're not getting a down. It's not like the S and X now. It's the same console, but you could just buy literally just a wire controller and the thing, and it'd be half the price. Like it was genius. It was absolute genius.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it so much that I bought 4 of them.
I love that. I never got the Red Ring of Death. Not that I remember.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I was one of the lucky ones.
Yeah. The dumb luck of it.
You had them all.
I think I had all of them. Yeah, it was like literally weeks apart each time, and I just kept taking it back to the shop I bought it and gone, it's died again, and they were like, "Are you doing something?" I'm like, "I'm just playing games on it." I don't know. It just keeps going.
Did they just keep giving you the same one back? Like, we'll go swap it, and they just went out back and just brought the same one back to you.
It's possible. Yeah. I can't remember the numbers now. I'm sure it was like a 60% return rate it had. It was huge.
It was huge. Yeah, the chances of getting Red Ring of Death were like massive. Yeah, really, really big. Yeah, sad times. I wish Xbox did something better for the anniversary rather than Crocs. I wish they remade the 360 controller for the Series X and PC.
The Crocs aren't even related. That's just me drawing the straight lines thinking it was funny.
No, but it's an official product.
Yeah, it's an official product.
Yeah.
But
So
they haven't done anything to market at all.
no, but I feel like it would have been wicked if they did like an Xbox 360 controller, but for the Series X and S and PC, that was like decent, like a collector's item or whatever. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, or it could even be as simple as like a temporary takeover of your wallpaper on Xbox into the 360 UI or something,
or just a
like
360 theme or something.
Yeah, exactly that. Like you could do any like little nods, because there's a lot of us that was a very popular console, way more than the series consoles are now. So there was a lot of people that had one, and I think we all look back at it quite fondly. I remember that as fondly as like the original PlayStation. It's like
absolutely, yeah. It was one of the best consoles. The games on it were incredible. Like they were so good, and there were so many of them. Like it was a brilliant. It was their best console, I think.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, for certain. And from Xbox's best console, right, over to Valve's best console.
Oh, yes.
I want to dig into this some more, right? We've talked about it a little bit. We talked about it at launch. We talked about, I think our last podcast was, or we did a discussion on it. I can't remember.
It was a couple of podcasts ago now. Yeah, it was a few weeks ago now, the announcement.
We discussed what we thought the pricing was going to be, and everyone was losing their minds disagreeing with us.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still hearing it now with the Steam machine that it's going to be like sub £500. They're going to subsidise it for games.
No, they're not.
And we're saying, well, the more and more I hear from Valve, hear them talk about it, the more and more expensive this machine becomes.
Oh, yeah.
Just the language that they're using. It's a PC. It's going to be priced as PC components. That's the important part that they said.
Yeah.
Going to be priced as a machine with PC components, perhaps with a slight discount.
Yeah, and they need to make a profit on it.
They need to make a profit with it. So off the back of that, Linus, yesterday at the time of recording this, so last week for you guys, released a video where his team basically built one to the same spec with probably the same parts, priced it up, looked at the performance of what they'd get for their money, and they came to about $900.
Yeah, dollars, yeah.
Which, as we know, with most components, they tend to just go 1-to-1 on the conversion dollars to pounds. Sometimes more expensive in the UK.
Yes, generally more expensive, yeah.
So let's just say, for argument's sake, we're looking at £900 as a potential price for the Steam machine. I start really scratching my head at this.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with what I said before of 750 to 1,000. So in that bracket, depending on 512 gig or not. The other thing we do need to take into consideration is the absolute exponential increase in cost of RAM and drives, storage.
Yeah, storage,
so this thing ain't even out yet. Like, it's 2026, and if this keeps rising, the prices of RAM and storage, this thing could be $1,500 before you know it.
A lot of that depends on, have they already stockpiled components?
That's true, yeah.
I know that they're looking into the stories about the RAM stuff, because I'm an obsessive geek. Firstly, it was like a 32 gig of GDR6 was the same price as a PS5 Pro.
Something like that, yeah. It was insane.
Which is insane.
Yeah,
anyway, I know the stories are that Sony have stockpiled a lot. Microsoft haven't for the Xbox. So we're likely to see prices spike for that. But this is all anecdotal nonsense, isn't it?
Yes.
But there is some truth behind that. Some of the bigger companies do tend to stockpile components when price rises might be coming. We heard about the RAM price spike that might be happening, I want to say 3 weeks ago, that it was likely to happen.
Yeah.
I remember you talked about it, and you were like rushing out to get components yourself of NVMe and looking at RAM as well.
The drives. So that was a while back. I mean, it's been known for ages because of the whole AI boom stuff that storage is going to be really high. That's why before the Legion Go 2 came out, I was jumping on a 4 terabyte drive like as cheap as I could because I knew it would go up. So
have Valve done that as well? Have they already stockpiled the components they need, at least for the first run? I'd imagine so. I'd imagine that predicting to make 100,000, let's say, in the first quarter, and that they've stockpiled for that.
Yeah, hopefully.
But if that's the case, this is double-edged sword. Either they haven't, and the price is a moving target now, and could be, like you say, up to like 1,500, or they've got an initial amount ready that's going to be the launch price, and then in 3 months' time, the price is going to have to go up by 50%.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Neither's a good situation.
Yeah, it was basically what's happened with graphics cards, where it's like, you can get this at this price, but then once they've sold one, they're like, quick, hike the price.
Double.
Yeah, well, you remember what happened with the 9070 XT?
Yes, yeah.
Like, and I literally managed to get one at retail, and like the next day it was like almost double the price.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
Let's play the game of it's the launch price forever. It's £900, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just ask you straight off the hip: is it worth it at that price?
It's so difficult because it's not upgradable. So
That's such a big problem.
Yeah, and it's a PC. The biggest
Yes.
pro of PCs is that you can rip them apart and rebuild them. You can Frankenstein that bad boy, but you can't with the Steam machine. It's what can you do? Change the drive out. That's it. Like, arguably, the biggest pro of this thing is it's tiny. It's the size of what, like a can of Coke? Like
6-inch cube.
6 inches, squared, So that's small. You will be able to chuck that in your bag. It'd be great for LAN parties if anyone still does that. Like, no, but seriously,
still in the Xbox 360, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, I used to do LAN parties, but with a big chunky laptop that was far bigger than any Steam machine. But yeah, like the Steam machine is cool. Like being able to chuck that in your bag if you're going on holiday somewhere,
Undoubtedly. Cool.
Like whatever, you could chuck that in your bag and it'll be wicked. So there is total positives there, and I still think it will be worth buying depending on your use case. It's just that longevity thing. It basically becomes the Steam Deck all over again.
It's exactly that. That's the problem. I was really excited for this when the announcement happened. We had been fantasizing about it for maybe 6 months before, maybe even longer. Like, it's about time that they stepped into the living room space. I was excited at launch because before we'd heard anything, there was like, if they can make this to be a console price, like compete with the PlayStation and the Xbox for pricing, which in my head is a £500 price point, then absolutely they're going toe to toe. This is a really exciting time. When you're looking at it being more than a PS5 Pro, I start to really question it. Not for my use case or maybe even the guys at home's use case, because they're probably already in this world of like Steam, of SteamOS, and of PC gaming in one way or another. But for the wider market, if it's that price, it doesn't impact the wider market at all, which is what I hoped it would do.
Yes, if it was priced accordingly, then it could have made a real big dent in that. But I don't think people are going to be looking across from console thinking, let's spend 1,000 on something where I've got no games. It's the equivalent of a PS5, not even a PS5 Pro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's another PC gamer specific thing, I think. Do you know what I mean? It will pull over some people, but I think it will be smaller than it could have.
Yes, it could have been really exciting. But they are Valve are a tiny company, like from an actual size of like the employee base and stuff. So there's limited amounts that they can do. I would, whenever time I hear that though, I'd argue that they're a massively profitable company. They do, they do really well.
Well, they don't do anything.
Exactly.
They just leech off other people's game sales.
And I think the Steam Deck did them really well.
Yeah, totally.
My hope was that as the Steam Deck and its pricing, at least at the entry point, was so exciting that it made a huge impact on handheld gaming, and it made handheld gaming relevant. I had hoped that the Steam machine would do the same for PC gaming in the living room. Yeah. And would open up this, and then basically open up a whole other frontier of gaming in the living room space, console-like, and all the rest of it. So, really, to give Nintendo and Sony a kick up the arse,
Yeah.
like, they need competition, and Xbox ain't that competition anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do still think this will be that for the PC gamer. So, like,
For the PC
you know,
gamer, yes.
Yeah, so because I always used to rock big desk, you know, like I've got now, like loads of
Yeah.
stuff on it, and then you go and chill on the sofa, and you're like, oh, I want to play my PC, but I can't be bothered to be sat in a different room or
Yeah.
on a desk. I just want to be chilling on the sofa, and some people will not be able to put a massive honking machine near their TV. Like their partner might not be happy, their family, whatever, you know, or maybe they just don't want a big unsightly box there, you know, and then it's a pain because you got to get a keyboard and mouse and all this rubbish. Whereas the Steam machine will fix that, and it's not like intrusive. It's tiny, like it's far smaller than any PS5 or Xbox, you know.
Yeah,
so
true.
even smaller than the Switch 2 when you think about it, because that thing's big, like, you know,
Yeah.
wide. So this thing can sit like discreetly with really capable performance.
Yeah.
And I see it like the Steam Deck. It's an accessory. It's your secondary thing. So you've got your big fat PC in your office or whatever where you know play there, and then when you want to go and just chill out on the sofa, I'll just whack the Steam
Yeah.
machine on. You know,
I agree with all of that, and for that it's going to be great, and it's still exciting, and it's going to be a marvel, and it's going to be a cool thing to hook up to your TV if you can afford it. It's going to be great.
yes,
I'm just disappointed the more and more I hear, because I thought this was going to be a bigger change in gaming than it will be now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that's purely because Valve can't subsidize it or don't want to.
That's the issue, isn't it? Yeah, it's a shame, because if it was in the ballpark that everyone seems to assume it's going to be, around $500, £500, that would make a massive monumental change in PC gaming, but it just will not be that. I still stick to my guns there, and now more and more leaks and people like Linus coming out and saying actually it's more in the ballpark that we're saying just fills me with more confidence that our heads are in the right space. So until the official announcement of price, I'm going to stick with that $750 to $1,000, and we're just going to have to ride it out. I hope I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like I hope for the sake of everybody that it is 500, and I'm not trying to be be a pessimist here, but more of a realist. Look at the cost of components. Look at the cost of the components going up, and look at the cost of building one yourself. You're already there, like, you know, you're already within 750 to 1,000. So,
do you think? So, here's the thing then. So, it's just for the enthusiasts. The marketing would say, which is kind of like a lot of the devices that we look at, like Lenovo Legion Go and Xbox Ally X and stuff. They're for the enthusiasts. Okay, cool. True. Does the fact that this is pretty much non-user serviceable dissuade the enthusiasts?
That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, people are going to mod this, like hardcore enthusiasts that can solder, and real nerdy people that put like 32 gigs of RAM in a Steam Deck and stuff. Like those kind of level of people will probably love tinkering with this. The average enthusiast like us, where that's like another level. It all comes down to the size is its biggest selling point at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like the fact that you can't tinker with it, like swap like the card out or whatever, is a massive downgrade, because in my opinion I'd rather just build a PC that I can upgrade over time, which is, I'm lucky because I have that already. I have a big desktop into my TV, but I'm trying to put myself into the position of I'm not allowed a big TV in the a big PC in the living room. I would want one. I would. I still think at that price point, I would want one, purely because I could stream my beefy PC down to it, you know, with no latency on the same network. You know, the use case of it is very, very cool. It's just that it kills the lifespan of it even quicker.
Yes.
You know, it's a real tough one.
That's my like final kind of like thought on it. For the enthusiasts, we're well aware of limited lifespan of like PC components when we're talking about how well they cope with new released games. And at least if you built one in a mini ITX, is it? I forget the name. Case.
Yeah.
You'll be able to take it apart. You'll be able to change the components yourself. You wouldn't have to upgrade the whole thing at once. You're looking at, I'm just going to do the RAM, or I'm just going to do the discrete graphics.
Yeah.
Because we're aware of that, I look at this and I go, for streaming, for emulation, it's the Steam Deck. It's the same argument as the Steam Deck, like you said, over and over again. For all those things, great. But could I, if I was sat there having a conversation with you and you asked me, is it a good investment? I'd go, absolutely, it's not a good investment.
Yeah,
it's not a sensible
it's
one.
A tough one. Yeah.
Build yourself one, and you know how to do that because you're an enthusiast and it's not complicated. Build your own one, stick SteamOS on it, and away you go.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it will pull in some of the like lower tier enthusiasts that maybe can't build PCs. You know,
there's part of me that I am attracted to it for its ease.
Yes, yeah.
Just because of how life is and time is, I'm like, that's easy, and it'll work.
Exactly that, because I know a lot of people that are what like they'd consider PC gamers, and they are because they game on PC, but they are not enthusiasts to the point where they don't build PCs. They'll just buy pre-built, or they'll go to a retail store and just buy one off the shelf, and that's fine because they load up their game and there we go. But if it came down to it, they wouldn't be able to even swap a graphics card, which is really, really simple. So I think there's going to be a lot of people that see this like you and go, actually, this is easy. I don't need to do anything. And okay, I might need to use upscaling or whatever, or maybe resort to streaming one day, but is that so bad? Maybe, like, if they're really trying to get as much life out of it as possible, it might be fine for them.
It's a real it makes you really torn, doesn't it?
It is.
As someone that my default position on what Valve do is, I genuinely love what Valve do on pretty much everything. I think they normally make really measured, disruptive moves that are well thought out. I still love the idea of it. As more and more time goes on, its user base gets smaller and smaller in my head, and now I'm looking at it and going, this is not impactful, this is just niche.
Yeah. And
that's kind of sad, because they could have shaken up PC and console gaming at the same time. They could have really shook it up.
They really could have, yeah. I do. I think if we were in a different like economic standpoint for everyone on the planet, then that could have happened. In an alternate universe, that is happening, and everyone's going, oh my god, and they've already released the price and it's 500, and everything's going crazy. But unfortunately, it's one of those, kind of like the release of the Z2 Extreme stuff, where you're like, what? Why is this coming out now? Like, why don't you just 100%. Wait?
It's so funny you said it, because in the back of my head, the whole time through this conversation, I've been thinking about the Xbox Ally X the whole time.
That's exactly what just popped into my head then.
It's like, it's so similar to that. Like, why now? You've missed it, and you've missed it, and it's like, it's good on its own, but it's not like as good as it could be, and its price is kind of like, ooh.
I think I know why now with the Steam machine, because we're right before the cusp of the next gen.
Yeah.
So, like, we fully expect next gen to be 27, 28.
Yeah.
So if Steam Machine now launch in 26, 1 to 2 years beforehand, well, it's already like outdated, right? Let's just take that as a fact. Yep. In comparison to what the next gen consoles are going to be, definitely. Like, if it's not even PS5 Pro level, then PS6 and Xbox 2, whatever they call it, are going to outperform the Steam Machine. So it kind of makes sense that, okay, we're 5 years into the Series X and the PS5. People are kind of bored with it. maybe
Yeah.
already looking to the dark side of PC gaming. Maybe they bought a Steam Deck and they're like, you know what, I want, to get a PC. Because I reckon there will be a lot of Steam Deck owners that's their only PC that they game on.
100%. Yeah.
Now they'll be looking at this going, oh yeah, I could do with that as well. Or people that are playing on an Xbox and going, you know what, I'd rather have this. So it's kind of tactful on the release of it before the next gen. I think if they announce this alongside next gen with the current specs it has, it'll be the Nintendo Switch of the consoles.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think that's why it's now, but I still feel like that same why now kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's a really difficult one. I don't know. I don't know if I could recommend it to anyone or not. I want to know what you guys think. Could you recommend it? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to wrap it up there because we'll get stuck in other big debates and we'll be here all day.
Oh, yeah, we will, yeah.
But let me know what you think of the Steam Machine and kind of like speculating on the price now we know more and more. Is it something that's going to interest you if it was at that 900 price point? Let us know in the comments. Whilst you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more handheld gaming content. What else could they do, Andy?
They can become a member and help, pay for that screen in the background. But yeah, no, you get to chat to us. You do support the channel as well, which is really good. And we think you're really cool.
Yeah, we think you're really cool. So until the next time.
We don't think you're cool until you remember. But there you go.
That's how it works. There's a buy coolness around here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's like Twitter. Yeah. You have to get
Twitter.
verified.
Yes. Right, until the next time.
Bye.